Hi guys, the next couple days, hopefully, just a couple days, not the whole week, we'll be doing notes like this. So really take notes, don't just watch the video and call it good. Chapter 5 is all about expressions. So go ahead and fill up a whole page with that. Dog ear it whenever you are done. And then flip to the next page for lesson 1. The great thing about this chapter is you can use calculators. So I know you guys will be super excited about that. Okay. 5.1, Algebraic Expressions. Okay, great thing about these notes is I go pretty fast as I'm doing these, but you can always pause and rewind and rewatch and all that good stuff. So, what is an expression? This chapter is all about them, so we kind of need to know what we're working with. A group of numbers, variables, and symbols. Okay, so it's just a whole bunch of numbers, variables, symbols, meaning plus, minus, multiply, divide, those kind of symbols. Exponents too, we'll see some of those today. Another note I want to make about this is you can't solve them because there is no equal sign. It's one of my big pet peeves with math wording. Whenever people say, well, to solve this, it's an expression. There is no equal sign, therefore you can't solve anything. So you'll see words like evaluate, simplify, combine this chapter, and that's kind of what it's saying because you actually can't solve these. Okay, so let's just jump straight into this. Remember, you can use a calculator. Today should be pretty easy rolling. Evaluate each expression if m equals 2, n equals 6, and p equals -4. Okay, so we kind of did this whenever we were adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing negative numbers, so this part shouldn't be new. That's why I think today should go pretty easy for you guys. So the first one is 3m plus 4p. I always like to write out my first step, and then I do a lot of it in the calculator after that. I'm going to show a lot of extra work today just so on the notes you can understand where I'm coming from. You guys can see how much I talk with my hands, the shadows. Okay, so 3 goes first. M is 2, so I'm going to be multiplying those. I always put parentheses because if you put the little multiplication dot, you're going to think it's a decimal whenever we start throwing decimals in. So I would suggest start using parentheses. Plus 4, and then p is a -4. Okay, from here, a lot of people just plug this into their calculator. That's fine. I like to do a little bit more work. So that'd be 6, and then this would be a -16. Okay, from there, if you just type that in, 6 minus 16, that would be a -10. Okay. Next one, n squared plus 5. Like I said, we're going to see some exponents. So n is really 6 squared plus 5. That's the same thing as doing 6 times 6. So 36 plus 5 equals 41. Okay. 6 p to the third. So this is 6 times p is a -4 to the third. So here's my little note. We always do exponents first. Then then we multiply. Okay, order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We always do the exponents first. So remember, this is 6. This is really -4 times -4 times -4, not -4 times 3. It's this. So if you do that out in your calculator, you end up getting 64. So see, I just kept dropping my 6 down. Now I can multiply that by my 6, and that gets me a -384. I don't have any calculators home with me to show you guys how to do negatives on the calculator, but I think most of you are pretty smart. You can figure it out. You can Google it. You can ask your sub. They've probably went to college. They've probably used a calculator like that before. So just let me know if you can't figure it out. Send me a picture of your calculator or something, and I will help you out with that. All right, last one for today. We got m plus 5, all of it's being squared, and then on the bottom, we have -7. The only number I need to fill in is m right here, and m is 2. So I'm going to rewrite the whole thing. Now, do I take 5 squared first? No, because what do we do first? Parentheses. So I'm doing 2 plus 5 would be 7. So now I take 7 squared, 49. And then I can finally divide it, because remember, it goes parentheses, exponents, then multiplying and dividing. So that would give me a -7 as my answer. All right, that's it for today. That's pretty much what your homework is. Let me know if you have questions.